So this Harry Potter knockoff they released called the American Society of Magical Negroes. Yes, that's the actual title of the movie. Okay. So they released this. They actually decided to release this to the public and no one watched it. We covered it last on Sunday. No one went to go see this movie in the theaters. It made such little money. It only made $1.3 million. Though I don't think we have the budget for this movie. But absolutely no one went to go see this movie at all. No audience. No one went to go see it. And they always talk about how there's this mystical woke audience. They'll go see anything woke. Okay? But even as like 2019, all of these woke movies have failed. But it seems that Hollywood can't seem to learn the lesson. I just wonder, the who is running Hollywood? Like who is really running Hollywood? Because they keep pushing these movies that no one wants, that here, and it seems that Hollywood, if they really loved money this much, you would think they would want to make movies that would be successful, that would make money. But it seems that they keep trying to push these messages down people's throats because they want to quote unquote progress society and stuff. But I think, no one cares, and absolutely no one cares about what Hollywood thinks anymore. No one cares what Hollywood thinks of society. Hollywood just looks down upon people. That's what most people think of Hollywood now. And this is the most latest proof of this. Okay, even places like IMDb, and Metacritic, don't like this movie. Okay, user scores for American Society of Magical Negroes is 0.5 out of 10 for the 5 people who saw the movie. Okay, IMDb 2.7 out of 10 out of 2,000 scores. Okay, no one likes this movie. The critics don't like this movie, and the audiences do not like this movie because it also has a 40% Rotten Tomatoes. It's funny, on Rotten Tomatoes, you have the highest score, but again, you gotta realize the Rotten Tomatoes scores have been rigged because they could accept that people don't like Captain Marvel. This is why no one trusts Rotten Tomatoes audience scores anymore. Because really, if the audience score is true, it would be on par with the Metacritic score and the IMDb score. So this is easily probably one of the worst movies of 2024 by far. Okay, we talked about Madame Web being the worst movie of 2024, but I think American Society of Magical Negroes has it beat by a long shot. Okay. Yeah. And how much did this movie cost to make? Okay, there's no budget for this movie available, I don't think. But a lot of people said the movie actually cost like 50 to 40 million to make, which means this movie is a box office failure and a box office flop. No one went to go see this movie. Okay, no one cared about it enough to go see this movie. Again, it's also partially because Hollywood's non-franchise problem as well. Okay, Hollywood is struggling to get movies that are not part of a franchise or an existing IP, and I'm saying this for the longest time. This is gonna screw over Hollywood because they're struggling with these non-franchise movies. These non-franchise movies is what Hollywood is struggling with. Okay, in 2000 to 2009, even 2010s, non-franchise movies were still profitable. They still made a decent chunk of money. They didn't make as much money as the franchises, obviously, but they usually started the franchise. They usually started a new franchise, a new series of movies. Okay, you don't have these same cult because especially back in the 80s and 90s and 70s, there were no franchises. Okay, Hollywood had to make new ideas. They had to. They had to make new series, new franchises with actors people liked. But it seems that Hollywood can't seem to learn this lesson. Here, and you can look at the box office here. We're going to go over all of 2022. So we're going to start with Megan. But yeah, A Man Called Otto, non-franchise, box office failure. Okay. Plane, massive box office failure. 80 for Brady, massive box office failure. Non-franchise movies actually did pretty well in the beginning. Operation Fortune, massive failure. 65 as well, you know. And Renfield, you know, as well. Boogeyman, No Hard Feelings, Ruby Gilman, Joyride. Okay, this is a problem. Hollywood apparently has with The Last Voyage of Demeter, Strays. And we can't stop tracking, but yeah, Haunting in Venice didn't do too well. Either the creator bombed as well. And we didn't really track many of the non-franchise movies since then. But a lot of these non-franchise movies usually, we didn't even track many of the ones that opened 5 to 10 million. Yeah, we have the Copo was a remake. Iron Claw, -2 million. Ferrari, -205 million. And go into this year, it's the same thing. ISS, -21 million. Okay. Boys in the Boat, -41 million. Argyle, -146 million. We used to figure say -25 million. And Imaginary, -12 million. And these movies are not making too much money either. Okay. Those are the movies that are in the losses. We'll have numbers in for both this movie and Alfred the King, but both movies are not doing too well. Both are not part of a franchise either, and both continue to struggle. And we have talked about this non-franchise struggle since 2021. They have struggled with this since 2021. And I think the main reason why is because back in the day, non-franchise movies were carried by the actor or actress of the movie. You know, they were carried by either the actor or actress or the advertising of the movie, and it usually becomes a classic movie. Okay, even if it's a one-off movie, like for example Uncle Buck or a lot of Jim Carrey movies, usually the actor or actress carries the movie. Okay, like the original Mean Girls or something like that. But it seems that Hollywood just can't seem to get the spark they used to have. It's just the truth. They can't get the spark they used to have. They don't have many successful movies anymore. Okay, they're reliant on the franchise. They're reliant on the already existing. And then when they try to make a new franchise, it absolutely fails spectacularly. Okay, so Hollywood is gonna have to learn this lesson and learn this lesson fast because they can't rely on the franchise forever. Okay, eventually the franchise will get tired and get sick. Okay, they'll try to re-enter other franchises that have not made movies yet, for example, Mario or something like that. But Hollywood is going to have to make new series, new franchises with new actors and new people. But it seems that people don't care. People don't want to see non-franchise movies. So people will be stuck with the same stuff over and over and over again, and people are going to eventually get sick of it. Last year, you saw massive movies like Indiana Jones, DC, Marvel, you know, Mission Impossible, Disney remakes. Yeah, so counting that as a franchise. But all of those flopped. Okay? All of those flopped. Okay? Even my friends like Expendables 4 or Shazam 2. Okay, Shazam's DC. But major franchises were flopping last year. Okay? Major franchises were bombing and losing money. Okay? Mostly the comic book movies. But you had movies like Indiana Jones and The Little Mermaid flop. Lose money. Okay, both Little Mermaid, Indiana Jones lost money. The Flash lost money. Expendables 4 lost money. Okay. And yeah, that's about this video here. So yeah, Hollywood is going to have to solve this problem. Another non-franchise movie down the toilet. I'm not too surprised this movie is flopping. No one's going to go see it. Absolutely zero people are going to see the American Society of Magical Negroes. Even the title itself sounds like just a Harry Potter knockoff. Okay, but apparently no one likes it and no one watched it. Hollywood has been struggling with this for years now, getting the non-franchise off the board. Goodbye.